Yeah, he said, at what point do you start seeing bread? Been out hustling for years, shoebox right under my bed. I moved to work out my mama's house, got me a little old crib. I always fantasize if I had went to college instead.
What is up, guys? This is Chart Doctor once again here with another video from the Profits Mastermind Group, giving you my technical analysis on the one-day chart for PayPal Holdings, ticker symbol PYPL. Before we get into that, we, the Profits Mastermind Group, have a Discord server right here where we have a community of all levels of traders and investors, from veterans to intermediate to beginners, discuss strategies, ask questions, post opinions about the stock and cryptocurrency markets. If you want to take your trading and investing skills to the next level, I highly recommend you check that out. The Discord link will be in the description below. Also, a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but my opinions, ideas, and views and analysis of the stock and cryptocurrency markets. This content provided are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please do not invest in anything you do not know, and do your own due diligence and research, as these markets are extremely volatile and risky. Everything previewed here are merely suggestions and ideas. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. This technical analysis was requested by Lobzilla from our Discord server. So we're going to start with PYPL in the beginning of the trend into its current formation. So as you could see, in the beginning, from July to February, July 15th to February 17th, 2 years, we were in this channel. We were able to draw these resistance support lines because of the price action being touched at certain points, which we can anchor and use as a resistance and support lines. Usually you'd want 3 to 4 lines before you draw a trend line to know the pattern of the channel. This is the channel, basically, when you can see where the price action can stay in the zone before coming up or coming down. So as you can see, the dashed line is your first line of support, and then the major support is at the bottom right here. As you can see, we came up, touched the resistance line, came down, tested this support line, ended up breaking the support line, and then before coming back up to the support turn resistance, and then breaking above it again, and then testing the support again, trying to break up to the upside before coming back down, testing the support, and then breaking down the support, testing the major support before coming back up, testing the resistance, support turn resistance, and then coming up, testing it again, and then coming up to the upside resistance levels, and basically testing this first level of support before breaking up to the upside. As you can see, so I want to show you another chart that's really cool. You could see that I made. As you could see, when I fully dissect it, you can draw these patterns and see what's happening. Falling wedge. I'm saying it correctly this time. The falling wedge. Because my first video or my second video, I said these were falling wedges and these were rising wedges. So now I'm gonna say it correctly. These are falling wedges, which tell you that they have potential to go to the upside, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna go up all the way. It just has potential to correct back up, basically. So falling wedges give you patterns that tell you that it might go to the upside. Rising wedges tell you that it's gonna go to the downside. And as you can see, we had one falling wedge right here, another falling wedge right here, and then one rising wedge right here, and then another rising wedge right here. You'll start to understand it once you start drawing more. So it just takes practice, you know. It took me like 100 times to actually learn how to master the patterns. I'm not even a master at it yet, but like just getting really good at them, you just have to keep drawing them. So as you can see, we were in this channel for 2 years, and then we ended up creating a bull formation, a super strong uptrend. The company did really well in its performance throughout the years. So from 2017 to 2018, we formed a bull flag, And then just for now, ignore these right now. Just ignore it. We're just going to take it step by step. So just focus on this for now. So we created a bull flag into a rising wedge. And then before breaking down, and when we broke down, we formed the falling wedge. And then we stayed in this channel right here, like a consolidation phase right here, before we broke out of the channel and then going back and creating another bull flag right here. Keep in mind, when we made the bull flag, we also created a rising wedge, which basically will tell you that it's going to correct down into the bull flag, which we're currently in. Hope that makes sense, but you'll start to get it if you keep repeating the video. So yeah, let's get back to the beginning. Measure move off this bull flag. I highly suggest you watch my previous video, episode 2, to show the measure moves. I show you the measure moves on that video. So if we use a measure move from here to here, using the bottom, as you can see, we had price target to 119, perfect, executed right near the next bull flag. As you can see, the measure move was hit almost at the dot, maybe a couple dollars off. So currently we're in, sorry about that. Currently we're in another bull flag right now, a possible bull flag. We're gonna have to see if these touch to confirm it, but it looks like we're in a bull flag. It really does look like we're in one. So right now we created this bull flag from October 2018 to July 2019, and then we're in the consolidation phase basically right here, forming the bull flag. So we created the pull, but now we're creating the flag now. As you can see right here, this pull was created, and then we had this consolidation phase for the bull flag to be created before breaking up to the upside again. As you can see, we broke to the upside and then into a channel, and then you see here we're in a channel as well right here. But you can keep in mind that we're basically in this channel right here, the red line. So you can see this is another channel. So we're basically creating that at the moment. The red channels right here. As you can see right here, we're creating, the orange line is basically that red line I just created. We're in the consolidation mode of the chart. So let's show the RSI on the daily. As you can see, we have a channel right here that I drew, the top resistance line and the support, and then the rising wedge right here. This is the rising wedge. And then as you can see, after we broke down of the rising wedge, like I said earlier, rising wedges are indication of downtrend. We formed a descending broadening wedge, which is a bullish sign, which means that, let me just pull it up on Google real quick. Descending broadening wedge. Let's see a good example right here. So you can see we create this broadening wedge, like a broadening wedge, so it's diverging apart the trend lines. As you can see, we created it. They're more separate as it goes down. So we could possibly be hitting this top side for coming back down, for coming back up to break it and officially go up to the oversold levels, or just create more before we actually go up. Now let's see what's next. As you can see, if you look at the MACD on the daily, we're having pretty strong momentum, but I want to show you what happens when we touch the resistance, the RSI resistance lines and the support, what happens when we touch them. So as you can see right here, When we touch this support, look at the MACD. It lost momentum before coming back up. And right here, once we touch this resistance and this support, even here as well, we lost momentum of the MACD. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is we could possibly hit this. We'll have momentum until we hit this before coming back down. And that's when we lose momentum of the positive side and we start the negative side. And then when we touch this, we lose momentum until we break out. That's what the possible scenarios that I'm seeing. Now that we got that out of the way, we know that the descending broadening wedge is a breakout pattern. What I'm seeing could happen is that we're going to be in this consolidation phase for the bull flag before running up again. As we break out to the upside, you could see that that's almost like the same as when we break out like this right here. These levels is the same as this level. So we could be breaking out at the same time of broadening wedge and bull flag. So I know my chart's kind of confusing, but just bear with me. You'll start to understand as you keep reading my charts. That's why I really want to go in depth with these videos so you could see what I'm seeing on charts and how I create my own drawings on my charts. So as you can see, if we pull up the BB indicator, you can see it also says that we're in this channel right here. The resistance is right here for the BB. The upper line is the resistance and the middle is the average and the bottom is the support. As you can see, it's perfectly in line with our channel right here, this orange channel. It's the same spot. So that's a good indication that we may be heading in here for a while before breaking out. So you could, if you want to play the trading options, you could possibly buy at the lower points of the bull flag or the support. I recommend you just buy the support to be safe and then sell around here. So $102 and sell to 110. Let's see how long it took from $100 to $102 to $110. Let's see how long it took. About August 12 to August 23. So 10-day swing trade you could possibly do on these channels right here. So possible that we do this. At the same time we're doing this, the broadening wedge is at play as well. So we could possibly, when we go up here, this is going up, then go down, and it's doing the same thing before we both break out to the upside. That should give you a better understanding right there. So also, I want to show you the measured move that we get for the bull flag, for our current bull flag formation that we possibly be forming right here. Keep in mind that this bull flag can move depending on where this trend line hits. So we need to get more touches to confirm where this actual bull flag will be. But at the moment, we could just leave it like that for now until we see. But just play the channel for now. That's what you can focus on as the trade option. But long-term targets for the measured move, let's measure this bull flag formation. And let's copy and paste it to the upside. Put it at the bottom. Depending where we land, the longer it takes, the lower the price. But I'm thinking from 407.91 to maybe like 145 as our targets for long term. So now you're asking, what are these like these price actions? So these are the resistance and support for the consolidation phase. After we break out the consolidation phase right here, as you can see, we're forming in the channel. Are considered consolidation phases. Like this is a huge uptrend, right? That's not consolidation. What consolidation is when it just rides a certain channel, either it's decreasing in price after a while, like pressure into a triangle formation, or a straight channel, whatever it is. That's what a consolidation is, versus an uptrend, straight uptrend, and a straight downtrend. So these resistance lines will tell you where we might hit on the uptrend moment after we break out of these channels. As you can see, let me explain. As you can see, these support lines right here, when we broke out, we hit it, and we retested it right here. Let me make it bigger for you so you can see. We broke out of this bull flag, right? All right, we broke out. We hit the first resistance line, support turn resistance, or resistance during this moment, and then we retested it, tested the support, hit the next resistance, but then couldn't really beat it, so we kept testing it, but then we dropped back down to the support for running it. But overall, we're in an uptrend. But these are just the targets that you will see, that we may see some resistance before we actually hit our full target. So just keep that in mind. What these lines are basically the pivot points where they might correct before coming back up again. They're just these are just lines where the price action could test before breaking up to the upside. So like I said, if you're an option trader, swing trader, you could play the 10-day channel before it breaks down. You should set tight stop losses, probably around if you're a trader, probably just a little bit lower than these lower channels, so maybe like $100. But if you're just buying shares, maybe 98 would be a good one to 92 to prevent, in case this bull flag stops forming. But I highly doubt it. We're in a bullish momentum, and if you're bullish for the company on its fundamental analysis, then feel free. It's very bullish to me. So it looks like this bull flag is forming. So I'm going to give you the bearish scenario, the worst case scenarios that can happen for this. So let's say we break out of it, it's not a bull flag. First test is the 102 excuse me 102 58, and then if testing that, we test that and it breaks down, next level is the 98. We might do something like that before we test down to 92, and if not, we'll do the same thing, just keep testing before we go to the 84. But then we might retrace up, but then come back officially down to 80. So keep that in mind. That's the bearish scenario. I want to give you all the scenarios that are possible. I don't want to just have one scenario where, it's only bull, So I just want to give you multiple scenarios. We might form a double top before we come back down to these levels. Double top is a bearish scenario. So, but it looks like we are forming a bearish flag. So those are the support levels that you might be seeing if there is a bearish scenario. Bullish scenarios, I'm looking at the first resistance is 112. So we could go up, test it test the resistance, come back down to the channel before coming up again, testing it before coming up to the 114, and then testing it again, and then actually breaking above it to the 17, and then testing it, but then doesn't break. So we hold the support of 114, resistance turn support, and then breaking up to the official upside. That's just an example. It won't play out like that exactly, but I just want to give you scenarios. So, but the long-term target, like I said, for the bull flag scenario, measured move, is about $147 to $145, depending on when we break out, depending on how long this consolidation phase is. So let's remove everything real quick. Let's look at the EMA ribbon. So as you can see, when we're in a consolidation phase, the EMAs has a hard time staying above it. So that's just something you can watch out for. Consolidation phase, the EMAs, it has a lot of resistance to go through. As you can see, very bullish. These lines are very separate. But when it's in consolidation phase, these are really tight with each other. So there's a lot of resistance and support lines to test before we break up to the upside. Even right here, as you can see, consolidation, where is that at? See the channel where we're at? The channel we're at, we had a lot of consolidation. And look at the lines. What happened to the lines? As you can see, when it's bullish, it's very far apart. When it's in a consolidation phase, it's very tight. So you could tell, that can let you know where we're at. But don't forget that it could break down to the downside, which means that these lines go above the price action line. These EMA lines go above the price action line. So the fact that we recently been looking at very bullish companies, it's hard for you to see bearish scenario for the EMAs. But I digress. So as you can see, channel, a lot of resistance and lines to cross over for the EMA. And as you can see, currently we're in that formation again. We're doing the same thing as these right here. As you can see right here, and some right here. So you could, as a options trader, you could play the channel right now and see how you do. Let me know your results. That's today's technical analysis on PayPal holdings for the one-day chart. We went more in depth in today's analysis to give you a better picture of what the charts are telling me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you want to help support the Profits Mastermind Group, feel free to use our affiliate links down below in the description. New investors can use it to earn extra bonuses for signing up with our affiliate links. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
These are the times, survival my only crime. I gotta be on my grind. A lot of my homies gone. Inside of me, Lord, I know it's a lie that we gon' be fine. But mama, I'm tired of crying. Just lie to me one more time, cause it's crunch time.